There are 339 books in the Rory Gilmore Reading Challenge, and I'm going to read all of them, and I mean every single last one of them. The Reading Challenge includes all of the books that Rory Gilmore read or talked about during the run of the highly popular mid-2000s TV series Gilmore Girls. Now, to put an additional spin on the challenge, I'm going to read the books in random order, so stay until the end of the video where we spin the wheel to find out what our next book in the challenge is going to be. Hi guys, and welcome back. So today we already have book 10 in the challenge. This time it's a genre that I seldom read. So today we have a book of poems, which is the Complete Poems by Sexton. These are poems that she has written over a number of years, mostly in the 1960s. And they also include the world famous poems of Live or Die. So yeah, let's get into it. As always, if any of you guys know where or when Rory Gilmore talked about this book or these poems in the TV series, please do let me know in the comments below. Now, poems are not something that I usually read. I probably read the last poems in my school time, and after graduation I don't believe I read a lot of poems. Maybe one or two here and there, but never like a full collection or a full book of poems. So this was kind of a first for me, a first experience. And I did get the feeling that you get a lot more out of reading poems and reading these books, you know, just looking at one or two poems every now and then that, you know, may be interesting to you in certain experience of your lifetime, rather than, you know, reading the book from cover to cover and then going through all of the poems that maybe don't touch you in the current situation that you are in or in the current mood that you are in. So with me this time reading the whole book from cover to cover, I did not really connect to most of these poems, but I did find it very interesting. What I did like as well, it's most of these poems are rather short, so I did really enjoy that. I don't like if they are too long, and I realized that most of the poems that I did enjoy were the shorter ones and not the ones that went over multiple pages, I would say. And there are really a lot of poems in here. It's like 600 pages, so it's a huge collection. You know, Anne seemed to write a lot of her experiences and her life, and turned everything that she saw during the day or that she encountered into a poem. So there's really a lot of them in here, and I'm not even sure if it says the complete poems of Anne Sexton, but I'm not sure if it's really everything that she published during her lifetime or if there's still more there, but it's definitely a lot. Now, what I did notice is that, and the book is not separated into those two sections, but I did feel like there's two type of poems that most of them can be grouped into. Some are the more lighter poems, which is when she is talking about, you know, she is going on a walk, or she is riding a train, watching out the window, and she notices something or she experiences something during her daily life, and then she is writing about that. And then those poems usually also have a title like Something That I Saw While on a Sunday Morning Walk, something like this. And there's a lot of these poems, there's a lot of these titles that feel like everyday life. And I felt I connected much more to those, and I felt that those are quite interesting for me. Those are the lighter poems, I would say, a little bit more upbeat, if you will. The other part of the book, or the other half of the poems, are what I would call the deeper poems. They talk about death. There's a lot about death in here. There's a lot about regret in here, or pain or sorrow that she went through or experienced in her life. A lot is connected to her family, and she especially talks a lot about her parents, mostly about her father. There's a lot of poems about that relationship and those experiences. And yeah, those are a little bit the deeper and sadder poems, I would say. Also, a big part of that, which was a little bit hard for me to get through because I'm not really interested in that topic, but a big part of that was also religion. A lot of her poems, especially on the deeper themed poems, somehow have religious thoughts within them. and mostly, connected to Christianity. So there are a lot of these religious or religion connected poems in here as well. I would actually say they make up a big part of this whole collection. Now, are there any particular poems that I liked? Yes, there are, but as I mentioned, a lot of them did not really touch me or connect with me, and this may well be because of my lack of experience with poems, that I'm not able to judge them properly, or what is good, what is not good. But what I can say is, what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy, and I think that is a very personal experience. So for me, a lot of these poems I did not connect to very well, but I do want to mention a few of them, or at least short sections of certain poems that I really did enjoy, because what I found was that a lot of the times I did enjoy a small part of a poem, but then reading on, I may not enjoy the full poem, but just some short sections of a poem that I really very much enjoyed. And I want to mention a few now. So one would be Three Green Windows, that I really enjoyed a lot, which he wrote in June 1962. And it starts out with, half awake in my Sunday nap, I see three green windows in three different lights, one west, one south, one east. I have forgotten that old friends are dying. I have forgotten that I grow middle-aged. Up to this part, I really enjoy this poem very much. Afterwards, it gets a little bit more abstract, but for me, up to this part, it really kind of captures how I'm feeling right now. There are all these, options and opportunities, but at the same time, whenever you get a chance to reflect on yourself, you realize time is not standing still, and you are getting older. Slowly, opportunities and windows start closing in without you really even noticing. So I really did enjoy that one. There's another one in here that I like a lot, Love Song, written in March 1963. It starts out as, I was the girl in the chain letter, the girl full of talk of coffins and keyholes, the one of the telephone bills, the wrinkled photo and the lost connections, the one who kept saying, listen, listen. I really enjoy this one as well. On the one hand, it feels very cute, young, innocent, but then every now and then there's a sentence in between that is a little bit more serious. So I really did enjoy that kind of back and forth within the whole poem of Love Song. Then the last one I want to mention is just one short sentence of how the poem life starts out. So the first sentence here is, live or die, but don't poison everything. So I find this sentence very interesting, because to me this sounds like, make your choice, but don't complain about things. Don't regret too much. Don't go about thinking all the what ifs in life. Just make your choice and then deal with whatever is going to happen. So yeah, these were just some of the poems that I did enjoy by Anne Sexton. Obviously, I am not the target audience for these poems. I'm not a big poem reader, but I still did enjoy some of the poems. And, for me, that's a rating of 3 out of 5 stars for Anne Sexton's poems. And let me know what you guys thought of these poems. If you read either the complete collection, or if you read any just single poems by her, which one are your favorites? I would love to know, so let me know in the comments below. So yeah, that's the book for this week, and what's left to do is, as always, we are going to spin the wheel to find out what the book is going to be for next week. Okay, I'm ready. I have got my spinning wheel here with the remaining books. So we have 329 books left in the challenge. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get as our next book. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see. I just want a novel. We haven't had a novel in a while. Just something quick and simple. Let's see. What do we get? Holidays on Ice. Stories by David Sedaris. I have no idea, but what that is, it sounds like some sort of memoirs or experiences told by David Sedaris. I don't even know who he is, but we will find out. And yeah, follow this channel, subscribe, like, and see you next week with an update on this book. All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.